My friend Greg always out here whining, saying, man, I always knock this thing off a bat for you. So I'm gonna do it today.
For my boy here, we got the old young bun. I'm out.
All right, so we got the Demarini Young Guns here, Headbanger Sports exclusive. This is a JoJo Bennett and Phil Matt exclusive. He's coming in 26, 27. Sorry, I think it's 25, 26, 27 ounce. Very limited quantities of these still available at headbangersports.com. Use code BPHero at the checkout at headbangersports.com, or you can get with me and I can get you one of these for a better price than what's listed on the website. This thing is brand new in the wrapper, 27 ounce. Let's see what it's got.
Young bums.
So, what?
Are those his pockets?
Out here looking like a goon, but nonetheless, I do want to say thank you to you guys for supporting the channel, because that's what made this review possible. You guys' support from watching the YouTube content and the Patreon followers was able to make this content possible, so I really do appreciate it. The field we're hitting on today is basically 290 all the way around, and for the beginning part of the video here, you can see I'm saying we're using the hard stuff. It's all like there's a handful of platinum dots in there. I'm not real wild about them things, but they'll do until the BP rockets come in. Got some BP rockets, got some 44, 5s, 25s, but all kinds of hard stuff in here, trying to get this thing broke in and get the stink knocked off of it, since the Demarinis do start well over 300 in the compression testing department. This bat is certified for the new USSSA 240 standard. It was also approved for NSA and ISA play as well. And it was brand new getting this day started here. As you can see, this thing still had the wrapper on it when I did the intro. It is a 27.5, and it does swing a touch heavy. The end load on this thing is pretty hefty. All it says is end loaded swing weight with a ½ ounce added, so I'm going to assume it's at least a full ounce, and it definitely lets you know it was there. But in turn, it also made driving through a ball absolutely effortless. The 13-inch barrel on this thing was a little bit tight, but we are coming to expect that from a lot of the 240s. Since we did jump the gun with the hard stuff with this thing, that forgiveness did show up a little bit there towards the end once we got our rounds finished, but I still think overall, with the alloy handle this thing had, it's still going to feel a little bit tight. I still definitely thought this bat was worth using. Before we jump into some normal balls, like some Classic M's and Pro M's, let's head over to the labs, and then we'll come back to the field.
I cut it through the wind, bitch.
And getting things started with some scale weight here, this thing came in at 27.1 on the scale, and this review is in shambles. I forgot to take the compression tester to the field, so all we had was our after of the compression tester, and I can tell you these things come in well above 300 when they're new, and this one was coming in right at the 288 to 290 mark after about the 100-ish swings we put on it with some fairly hard stuff. The Demarinis have proven to be somewhat durable, probably some of the most durable of the 240s. Just taking a quick look up and down the barrel here, looking for any kind of imperfections or paint chipping or cracks or anything like that. There's really only one spot to mention that is also a thing for the Demarini 240s. I've got circled here. It just seems to be kind of a common thing with these. This is going to show up as what looks like a paint seam and get kind of long and run across the barrel. I've seen it on quite a few of them, and it hasn't been necessarily something that indicates the bat is breaking, because they show up and then the bats still last quite a while. But it is something worth noting if you get your bats inspected a lot, and something like this might get it thrown out. And stopping by the computer before we go, everybody say hello to all the new subscribers. And here's the top comment from the last video. Batflip Bros love seeing me making this video, great as always. And what he's talking about is I went live over on Twitch at the BP Hero and edited the last video that you've seen posted. I went ahead and edited that live to something just kind of different so you guys could get a behind the scenes look at things. If you're interested in something like that, head over there and follow that and turn on the notifications so you get the notifications when I go live. And I'll definitely look forward to doing more of that stuff, because it's kind of cool to hang out and kind of walk you guys through what's going on in the video and stuff too. This stuff out of the way, back to the field. Alright, so although it's not posted yet, we have swung the min-loaded Nautilus that also had the 13-inch barrel that this bat had, so we kind of knew what we were getting ourselves into, which is why we went ahead and sent it early on with the hard stuff, since we knew it could take it. That's not the green light to beat the absolute brains out of one of these Demarini 240s, but it does seem that you can safely put a couple hundred on them with some pretty hard stuff before you need to think about switching over to something more like a game ball or start to mix in some 52 300s just to make it last. Bat that can take swings like that is always going to be something that scores extra points in my book. Feedback wise, the barrel in this did feel closer to something like a 12-inch just because of how tight it was, but even with maintaining a tight feel, the performance side of things still did great. The whole barrel did seem to perform well even though it did feel tight. The big end load on this thing also did help those matters a lot as well. It means business, so make sure you like end load if you're going to grab one of these. I was very shocked to see this bat just under 300 on the tester given the performance we were seeing. And I can definitely say that this Demarini Young Guns is going to do nothing but get better as time goes on as well. By the time this bat fully breaks in, it'll be a hard 240 bat to put down. This one definitely gets a stamp of approval from the BP Hero. I'm going to hush up, let you check out the rest of the swings here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for stopping in and checking it out. Swing hard in case you hit it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
I get another one, bitch.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, I like it. I think it definitely needs, like, so I'd like to see what that.
Why didn't you tell me my pocket was hanging out?
Another one's starting to.
Oh!
There's a gap shot.
Yeah, that's gapping. Good ball.
Gap action.
See, like that swing right there?
There we go.
That's the sound I'm looking for. Yeah.
I didn't whine.
5 here. Good ball. Good ball. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's there. You're welcome. Great ball.
Got the ball.
Great ball. Oh, he did. Holy balls.
Wow.
Yeah. Dude, this thing could.
Good.
Yep. Off the fence. Ball. Right there, beam. Pro M's suck, dog.
Stupid Pro M's.
Yapping. Those fucking flat pitches, you destroy them.
Good, it was just outside. Oh!
That's a great swing. That pitch tailed in on you.
220, that's gone. Maybe.
That was touch, though. That was touch. Good. Nasty.
Yeah, turn it over into the gap.